Yeah. In real time, it's not looking good. It's all breaking right now. Chicago just went from protests to pepper balls and tear gas, and a judge just forced ICE to take the fence down days before No King's Day. Y'all, watch this.
Again, when you first got on scene and you were able to talk to some neighbors and some witnesses there on the scene, and describe to us what initially...
Judy, wait 1 second. I see Chicago police are arriving and putting themselves in the middle of the situation right now. It appears there might be someone in command, from what I can see, approaching the area. I'm not sure if this is in an attempt to start dispersing the crowds, but we have just in the last few seconds seen Chicago police, who had remained at bay, now starting to put themselves in the middle of the... Oh, God. Protesters are starting to throw rocks. We're going to get away from the scene right now, Judy.
Okay, Michelle, you take care of yourself. I'm going to let her get off the phone. We really appreciate it. Get to a safe place. So what you're watching, what you continue to watch, is exactly what Michelle has been describing. This, again, at the intersection 105th and Avenue N. Last Michelle said as protesters started throwing rocks, and you can see that there is some chemical being deployed right there at this intersection. Just prior to this, you did see what appeared to be Chicago police officers and some commanders there trying to have some type of a dialogue with the protesters there at the intersection. It would seem that they were trying to disperse the crowd and maybe usher them off the street so that the agents could possibly move their vehicles. And it was at that point that Michelle noticed that protesters started throwing rocks, and this is the end result. Earlier, we had heard that there were pepper balls being sprayed into the crowd because someone had thrown eggs, or some neighbors had thrown something at the agents. And now reports of rocks being thrown, and that was coming from Michelle, a reporter right there on the ground. She has now gotten off the phone with us. They're trying to get to a safer place, of course, but we can continue to watch this picture. Fortunately, with Chopper 7 up in the air, we can still continue to monitor what is happening here. Again, if you are just joining us here on stream, this situation has been very tense for the last, maybe about 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's been tense leading up to this. Live TV catches, rocks flying, reporters ducking that we didn't get to see, but we heard, and gas in the air, as we saying. That's not mostly peaceful. That's police and federal agents trying to hold a perimeter after a chase ends in a crash. Now, how did it start? Roll the timeline.
A cloud of tear gas enveloped residents and Chicago police officers just after 12:35 this afternoon, the culmination of a tense 2-hour standoff between dozens of immigration enforcement agents and people in the neighborhood. The impasse began shortly after Border Patrol agents riding in this white Expedition crashed into a red SUV. Surveillance video shows they had been chasing the red vehicle in circles around the neighborhood for around 30 minutes before the accident happened, right at the corner of Avenue N and 105th Street.
So I went outside and I just see like all of ice on the floor, like with the guy. Then everybody just started coming out.
Uber driver Eliseo Uribe was driving home when he tells us in Spanish, "The white SUV nearly hit me. I thought they were fighting, but I never imagined they were ICE." A Homeland Security statement today saying they were chasing the driver of the red SUV after he rammed them first, adding that once the vehicle was stopped, the suspects, who are both illegal aliens, attempted to flee on foot. As Border Patrol arrested the subjects and attempted to secure the scene, a crowd began to form.
So, pursuit goes to Border Patrol, collides with the suspect SUV. That goes to the arrest, which goes to crowd forming, which goes to projectiles, which goes to gas deployed. You can argue policy all day, but rocks and swarm tactics aren't speech, they're force. Now, at the court order that changed all of the ground rules,
Stop physically. DHS says one of the, or both of them, I should say, are Venezuelan and in the U.S. illegally. One of them had an order for removal from 2024. A crowd formed up, and Chicago police say they started throwing rocks. So tear gas and other crowd control weaponry was used to disperse the people. Meantime, the fence surrounding the ICE facility here in Broadview, Illinois, is down. It came down with an hour to go before the court-ordered midnight deadline. The mayor of Broadview acknowledged that the protests here get out of control, so the area on the southwest side of the ICE facility has been declared a no-protest zone, primarily to keep people from walking into traffic. The demonstrators are now restricted to a small zone here on the northeast side, and the protesters don't like it.
It seems like they're trying to push us out or trying to make it so the protest is less effective. I'm not the only one that feels this is unconstitutional. People are going to get more angry and they're going to come out.
Stop physically. DHS says one of them, or both of them.
Judge knocks down the fence. City carves a protest zone for safety. Protest leaders call it unconstitutional. Translation: the barrier's gone, but you're boxed into a smaller corral, or coral rather. Tension's up and not down. And then at night, this is the visuals everybody's sharing.
Arbitrary line they've drawn for the net. How far are you allowed to go? I think this is right here.
Somebody commented, WTF is going on? I thought the National Guard troops from Texas already arrived in the area. Do y'all think this is some sort of coordinated effort? Let me know in the comments. Is that the same clip? Did it just repeat? Do they got this on loop? That's what it looked like. Oh no, my fault. It ain't. But this is DHS literally unzipping the perimeter days before a nationwide protest push. Now, if you're Asian on the line, it feels like good luck. You're on your own. Meanwhile, online, there's been something even dirtier.
Attorney General Pam Bondi says a Facebook group for people to share information on ICE agents in Chicago has been taken down online. On X, Bondi posted that Facebook removed a large group page that was being used to dox and target agents. The group appears to be the ICE Sighting Chicagoland group, which shares locations of ICE agents around the city and amassed more than 90,000 followers before it was removed. Attorney General
What's crazy is a post under this, I haven't verified nor clicked on it, but it reads, it's already back up, and then with over 2K members. But Attorney General Pam Bondi presses Facebook. The ICE Sighting Chicagoland Doxxing group gone. The original one, at least. Now, that's not activism. That's targeting officers. If you want fewer clashes, maybe stop handing out their locations. And the political class, some are literally running on this.
We are all immigrants! We are all immigrants! Unless we are indigenous! Unless we are indigenous! We are all immigrants! We are all immigrants! Unless we are indigenous! Unless we are indigenous!
On this campaign, we say prosecute ICE, free Palestine, raise the minimum wage, implement Medicare for all, pass the PRO Act, overturn Citizens United, out with these empty suits, in with these working class Americans.
We are all immigrants! We are all immigrants!
Oh, okay. Abolish ICE, prosecute ICE. Cool slogan. Until a chase slams into your block, and the same agents have to keep Grandma Street clear when a rock start flying. So is enforcement working anywhere? Listen.
I swear, the National Guard, there's literally people saying in Chicago, in Memphis, which I have family in both places, I feel more safe now. My kids can go out front and play. I can walk down the street to the store and not worry about if I'm actually gonna make it home. And people will still be like, no, this is terrible. Take the National Guard out, blah, blah, blah. And you guys are totally discounting real people's experience that live in the place. You guys are watching CNN. You guys are watching fake news, other biased media, and you're not listening to the people that are actually affected by it front line. It's insanely wild to me. Insanely wild. I just talked to my cousin. She said, I haven't felt this safe, and I don't know at any time in my life. She lives in Memphis. When are we gonna wake up? It doesn't matter what the Trump administration does. You guys are always gonna find some sort of fault, even if there is something good. Doesn't matter if you like Donald Trump or not. You cannot deny the facts that what he's doing in these cities, they're working. Guys, a lot of this is just the law being carried out. If I go commit a crime, there's something called consequences. Even the Bible says, obey the law of the land. See, but we want the narrative to fit when we want the narrative to fit. I don't know any other country you can just go into and you can just do whatever you want. Come in illegally, do this and that, and there's no repercussions. Huh. That's crazy. What a concept.
Yeah, I know, right? Memphis residents say they feel safer post-deployment. Maybe the real divide isn't left versus right. Maybe it's slogans versus outcomes. You want fewer tear gas clips? Stop doxing feds. Keep protests actually peaceful. Enforce the law without turning neighborhoods into war zones. So that they can, at least. I mean. It's all amazing here, man. Here's the dot everyone skips. Cameras capture the chaos, but not consequences. When the smoke clears, kids still need safe blocks to walk on. Agents still have families to go home to, and protesters still deserve a lane to speak without becoming targets or making targets. I should say. That balance isn't partisan. It's the price of living together. Protect speech, reject doxing, enforce laws. If that's the stand that you want, man, make sure y'all hit subscribe so y'all can get all the notifications. Because y'all keep pulling the full timeline every time. And if you made it to the end, let's put I'll use accountability a lot. You know what? Let's trick people. Put subscribe. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get people who ain't subscribed. Be like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Everybody put subscribe. Let me hit subscribe. Y'all be safe. Go check on a friend today. You could be saving their life. Peace.